my phone and camera and worst shittiest lighting. I really wish like the lighting was so much better. I really do. But I didn't have a connection to where my couch is, where the lighting is at. Because right now I'm in a dark, really dark, that was so Long Island, it just popped out, really dark section of where my stuff is right now. But I wanted to pop on and wish everybody Thanksgiving, and if there was enough people, I'd do a giveaway or two. Because I haven't been able to get to the post office, I still have 2 giveaways to send out, so I'm sorry guys if you guys haven't gotten it yet, but I will send some extra goodies with you guys. Most of the time I always send out my giveaways on time. Normally I send them out within a week. Because I try to do all my giveaways at once, then send them out. Um, but yeah, with all my doctor's appointments and with my fractured arch and my torn Achilles heel, their opposite foot makes it really hard to walk. So yeah, but man, I got dark circles. I really need to get some sleep in, bro. I should totally put on makeup while I'm doing this. The only thing I did was sort of my lips. That was it. So I didn't look pale as hell. Hi. But there's so many things coming up. Like I want to get more involved into my thing. There's only so much denture stuff you can talk about, guys, to be honest with you. And I've done over 800 videos. I feel like I exhausted it. But I'm doing more videos for my actual second group, second channel, which is Inside the Mind of a Diva. And that's everything. Everything. And I help people all the time how to determine whether you have an autoimmune disease. You know what's crazy is when you tell a doctor that you have anxiety or depression, they'll be like, all right, it's in your head. Because problem is when you say that to them up front, and I tell people not to do that, but when you say that to them up front, they're going to automatically think that you're doing it to yourself. Because it absolutely can happen. Depression and anxiety can actually cause physical symptoms on your body. So I just give that to people. But I hope you guys are going to be having a happy Thanksgiving. I'm trying to be smart about my baking and cooking since I do everything myself. Like everything is homemade by scratch done. So Thomas wanted sugar cookies as one of the desserts, which is funny, but he's wanted it for a while. So me and him will be doing sugar cookies. I have the butter sitting out. Then I'm going to be making a homemade apple pie, which that's going to be in itself. The only pie I am not doing is the chocolate satin pie. I picked that up because I know that's my husband's favorite. But man, there's so much I got to do. And a normal oven, you can't fit a whole lot in there when the turkey's in there. So I got to have everything prepped and ready to go. So when the turkey comes out and rests, I just shove all the shit inside of it. But let me know when you guys are on and popped on so I can talk to you guys. If you guys have any questions, I can answer you here. It's great to do it that way because that means you can actually see and talk to me and actually converse with me. Hey Dwayne, happy Thanksgiving. Are you doing anything fun for Thanksgiving? I can't believe how fast it frickin' went, guys. I feel like the older you get, the faster shit goes. When I was a kid, this shit dragged. Being an adult, I'm like, it was just Halloween. How the hell is it Thanksgiving already? Like, how the hell did that happen? Hey, James, I'm okay. When I was sleeping in the bed with Brennan, we all know I have a bad esophagus. And when I was sleeping with him a couple days ago in the bed, he had his arm around me at nighttime, but it was on my esophagus, the lower part, which I have a hernia there, so it ended up inflaming me. So for the last 3 days, I've been getting esophageal spasms, and it's been a crapshoot. So I've been trying to rest it and try to make sure it doesn't blow up. So I'm trying to reduce stress, try to do all that. So I end up sleeping back on my couch again because I have to sleep completely upright. Hey, Rocky. Hey, Christy. What do you mean air hunger? I'm not really sure what you mean by air hunger. Never heard of that phrase of any kind. Normally with autoimmune, you don't get hungry at all. So I'm not really sure. That's anxiety, girl. Autoimmune disease is only caused that if you have a lung disease. Like 90% of the time, unless you have a lung disease, it's anxiety. Whether you take your meds or not, you can still get anxiety. I was actually talking to James about this, and my anxiety's been getting worse, and I've been taking Ativan because I have generalized anxiety disorder. So you can get anxiety from everything and anything. Even if you take your meds, you can still have a panic attack You could still, if you're stressing yourself out about anxiety and stressing yourself out about not being able to breathe, you won't be able to breathe because you're stressing yourself out about that. Anxiety is a bitch, bro. I'm telling you, because I always tell people, if you're an overthinker and you overthink about overthinking, you overthink about your stress and anxiety, you're going to make yourself have a panic attack. And what you're talking about is a panic attack. Not being able to breathe or catch your breath is a panic attack. And it sounds like you probably didn't take your meds soon enough. Because normally, as you feel it start to come on, if you have them enough, like I get them often, you know to take your meds the second you get an indication. So it can slow it down. Like the other day, I was getting a panic attack and I was literally shaking. I couldn't get it to stop. And I wasn't even overthinking. I was like, why the hell is this happening? So I took my Ativan and I distracted my mind. I spoke to James. I did exactly what they tell you to do. Distract yourself. And it all started to go away. So yes, definitely is anxiety. How long have you been on Valium for? Because I know any medication, even if it's a cancer medication, even if it's an autoimmune medication, anxiety medication, doesn't matter. Once your body gets used to it, it starts losing its effect and its help. So if you've been on the same dosage of Valium for like, say, 6 months to a year, your body's used to it. So it's not going to have the same effects as what as you did when you first started it. I would, but I'd probably get demonetized, James, if I played it now. But I love Christmas music. I play it all year round. I love the old school ones, you know, like the legit people who sung it. And I have the albums. Is it in my reach? No, it's in the album box. But like, man, Sinatra and shit, I'm trying to think right now. He's my all-time favorite. My mind sucks. It's just everywhere. But I love Christmas music. And you know what I do, guys? Try this out. Go on YouTube and type in instrumental jazz Christmas music. And it'll show up like a coffee shop scene or, you know, a home that's like gorgeously decorated with a fireplace and everything. And it has all this relaxing ass music. It's beautiful as hell. So beautiful. Maybe I'll do it on my Facebook one because can't get monetized there. I'm not monetized. So, hey, Jen. Nat King Cole. Thank you, Jesus James. Thank you. Love how I can just say something, you know what I'm thinking. Nat King Cole, damn right. He is my all-time freaking favorite. And music has been my life, my entire life. I was actually a semi-pro dancer, and it was my life until my body went to shit. Now I can't dance anymore, which I was like grieving not being able to dance. That was a really hard time in my life. Like a few years ago, that was really hard. Because it sucks. Dancing is my all-time passion. I love it. And I also sing to death. Like, I sing all the time. Me and Stevie, it's how we learned. But I love music. And I have an anxiety disorder, so music helps a lot. Take away the words. Just do instrumental. Listen to the music. Let it just... It's inspirational. You know? It's amazing. Yes, Gloria. And hey, Gloria. Oh, well, Kirsty, I'm freaking flipping out over Thanksgiving too tomorrow, girl. I even took, I freaking took Ativan earlier. I'm like, God, I hope I can get through this. Because I have 2 fractured feet, you know? It's going to be so painful, so swollen, and it's going to be so hard. And these 2 days, I have a lot to do. So yeah, girl, I'm with you on the anxiety. But what you're talking about is not autoimmune. A lot of people think that they have autoimmune, so I guide them on how to know. And how to be tested. But most people don't, especially when they don't really have symptoms. Other people like tell me, oh, I'm tired. So is the rest of the world. Doesn't mean you have an autoimmune disease. Autoimmune disease is wretched. The only person that can defeat me is me. We'll just say that. But anxiety is when you can't catch your breath. That means it definitely didn't work. What milligrams are you on, though, of Valium? Like, I'm on a low-ass dosage, but I rarely take it. I only take it when I can't control it myself. So when you can learn to control your anxiety to the best that you can, such a great tool. Hey, Star. Happy Thanksgiving, girl. Gloria, no, I actually just missed it. So everybody that got snow from, like, Syracuse and Buffalo, they're not even by each other, by the way. I'm closer to Syracuse, but even Albany didn't even really get snow. We got snow, and then it melted, you know, so it was nothing. But we didn't get the feet of snow, which I hope we do by Christmas because that's exciting. I just like white Christmases. That's it. And we've had one in the last like 10 years and it's obnoxious. Hey, Helen. Girl, you got to send me your address. Not on here, please. Not on here. But I want to send you a Christmas card like I did last year and the year before. So you have to send me your address, private message me, email me. You know how to get a hold of me. Make sure you send me your address so I can send it out to you soon so you can get it where you are. Because, girl, you live in a whole other entity. It's not like US where I can, you guys get in 2 to 3 days. Not all of Buffalo, James. No, not all of Buffalo. There's a lot of exaggeration too. Because I have friends in Buffalo. Some of them got 4 inches, depending on where in Buffalo you were. Some people, they were like, oh, they got 6 feet. No, they didn't. 6 feet is like a basketball player distance. No, they didn't. They got 3 feet in most places. Like, there was images of them stacking, like, 4 dogs on top of each other to show it. That's still not 6 feet. That's, like, 3 feet. And these are, like, little freaking Yorkshire Terrier dogs. So, there are some places that got an obscene amount. But the places that they're lying about and exaggerating, no, they didn't. My friends even told me. They said the most they've seen was 3 feet, 4 feet with the wind drifts. But, it was no 6 feet of snow. Wind drifts that go up against the wall and to push the snow, that would be higher, but in the main section, no. Happy Thanksgiving, Diane, to you and your family. But yeah, we had some snow. It was just cool to watch, because if anybody understands this, I always tell people it's Hallmark snowing outside, because it looks too perfect when it snows, like too perfect. And I was like, it's Hallmark snowing. I was never a fan of the snow and all that, but I think once you get diagnosed with so many messed up shit, and you go through a lot of bad, and I'm not working now because I'm fully disabled. Like, I can't. There's no way I could work. No matter how much I'd want to, but there's no way I could. That I was able to start spending holidays with my family because I always worked. I was always managers. I was always having to do the boss shit, so I never worked. I worked every Thanksgiving and every Christmas. It's like even when I was manager at Walmart for 7 years, they're only just now shutting down for Thanksgiving. They never did that when I worked there. And I would have to work from like say Thanksgiving noon until like into Black Friday at 6 a.m. So yeah, it was a lot. Hey Sarah, happy Thanksgiving. Hi Susan. Yeah, so I wanted to go live. I'm like trying to figure out the best time frame. There is no best time frame. There isn't. And I was like, right now it's sort of peaceful in my house. And I want to take time out to do stuff because they still sent out 2 giveaways. Because I've broken feet, I haven't been able to get that far. So once I go there this week, I want to make sure that all my giveaways are done at once. That's what I normally do now that I've been broken. So I normally get all my giveaways done and then I send them out together. But then normally I send in some extra stuff for people that waited a little longer. But I always make sure everybody knows, don't expect your giveaways immediately like I used to. I'm broken now and I can't walk that well. So that's why it's been harder for me to do standing up videos because it's super painful. And there's so many videos I have to start, I try to work on, but my neuropathy, it's like electric shock in my spine due to neuromyelitis optica, which is like MS but worse and rare. But I get electric shock all the time, so I'll just randomly jerk and it'll be painful. So I try to figure all that out. Hey Kim. I don't know about the help situation for Thanksgiving. But I'm going to try my best and see what I could do. I know I'm going to be in a freaking load of pain after that. But that's why I'm trying to get everything that I can get done today. So the main dinner stuff, like today's desserts, get it all done out of the way. I'm making a homemade cheesecake. I might video some of it to put on my other channel Inside the Mind of a Diva to share some of my recipes to teach people how to make their own cheesecake at home, which is actually easy. And you know what's going into it. It's not this extra shit to make it last longer. It's legit. And man, is it freaking delicious. I took a recipe that wasn't that great. I used it as a base. And then I added my own stuff to it. And you really adapt to making your own recipes. So yeah. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Alan. So how long, Alan, how long are you into your journey that you got your permanent dentures? I always make sure everybody knows, don't get your permanent dentures too soon. I know if you have Medicaid, you really don't have a choice. So I get that. You know, there's special circumstances. But if you have an immediate denture and say your dentist wants you to do your permanent denture in 6 months, tell them no. Yeah, even 9 months is early. I regret doing that because I always did 9 months and then I get them back, you know, say at a year. But the first year is massive gum shrinkage. So when you get it back, it's going to be just as loose. And what stinks is you have your permanent denture for 7 years. And especially you with implants, don't forget, you still have to do hard and soft reliners. Even if you have snap-on dentures, guys, the denture doesn't shrink and move with you. So just like you have dentures just like everybody else does, just with some extra added help. Normally they tell people to do three implants or 4 implants for the bottom because the bottom pops too easily, and do about 3 for the top. One here, one here, and one here. For snap-ons, but remember you still have to do soft reliners. And most people with snap-ons still have to use adhesive because the implants are just extra little help. They're not full-on help, especially as time goes on. Hawaiian rolls I'm addicted to. They're amazing. I don't think they're... Helen, I'm going to see if they'll let me write in here. I don't know why they don't. Lost the chat. Trying to see if I can find my computer to type in my email so I could type it up in here. Well, Rocky, they say that depending on your palate, or if you have a lot of bone loss, a lot to where your denture almost looks flat, and I've seen a lot of people have that recently, they said you might still be able to just use powder. You're still not using 2 different adhesives. You're not using paste and powder or paste. Sometimes you just need a little powder. Or people that are used to using adhesive, they use powder in the beginning with denture fit. And until they get used to not using it. But like I tell people, doing any soft reliner, you get used to it and it becomes like an art. Because the first amount you put in might not be the right amount. You might need to add more. You might need to do all that. And also, if you have very little, like if your bottom denture is like almost flat and there's like that much denture wall, like, I mean, super small denture wall, then yeah, no soft reliner is going to help you. Soft reliner is meant to fill the gum shrinkage, not to make it completely suction. The bottom doesn't even completely suction. You don't get suction from the bottom, but you get a good hold where it covers and protects from anything. Your mouth, when you get a permanent denture or when you use any soft reliners, blah, 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 your mouth is supposed to be able to control the denture. Like, I've never used adhesive. I mean, I'm still in my immediate bottoms. I haven't changed them out yet because Thanksgiving. But, you know, everybody needs to learn that not everything is going to be perfect. Things do take time to adapt to and grow to. And when you have your denture, like, never needed adhesive for my bottoms, ever. But I also learned to have my mouth control my denture, or how to move with it, or how to, like, if it's loose, like, I mean, if it's super, super loose, you need to do, you know, add more soft reliner material. So with the bottom, there should be no looseness because water automatically goes to the bottom. It's not like the top where it's pushed up there. It's automatically goes to the bottom. So if you have even a remote little bit of space, water will come in, even melt any adhesive or just move whatever. Food will end up flowing in there. So you really have to stay on top of your soft reliners. 100%. When it comes to immediate dentures, you have to do soft reliners once a month. They can get loose. After you do a great soft reliner, they can get loose in a week because there's so much gum shrinkage. So much gum shrinkage. So I'm not really sure what stage you're in, Rocky, when using denture fit. But if it's still loose and moving, you definitely should be adding more. There's always ambulances. No joke, that flow past my house nonstop when I do lives. Susan, when did you get your extractions? Thanks, Susan. I just try to explain and help people because even when I learned with soft reliners, the first amount you put in can be very little amount. You might have to add more. And a lot of dentists don't do that. And a lot of people come back and tell me, oh, I got my soft reliner, it's still loose. I'm like, that's because they just shove any amount in it and say you're done. They don't do what it is for that person. Not all mouths are created equal. So we're all like, say, I'm already past a year for my tops. I'm like 12 months. Nope, that is a year. 14 months into my bottoms being done. And my tops like 3 years. So each one is totally different with gum shrinkage. Totally different. So if you're in your immediate denture stage, of course any soft reliner will feel loose after a week or two because you're still obsessively shrinking and it's massively shrinking. But if it's loose, you definitely should. But they even flat out say, denture fits say, if you're going to use adhesive, the only thing you'll need is powder. Powder is meant for a light hold. That means you have a good hold on your denture already, and the powder's there just for a little help. Yeah, an immediate denture stage, same. Immediate dentures for my top, I was using about 3 to 4 tubes about 8, 9 months into my tops. Because that's how much gum shrinkage. You need that much material. That's why it comes with 3 to 4 tubes. Because they know you'll need it. Bottoms, you'll need like, even on your worst for the bottom, it'd be like 2. Because you have way less denture. You know, it's just this little thing. The top is way bigger. But any soft reliner, whether it's a dentist one, whether it's Reline It, whether it's, Denture Fit. Denture Fit works better for everybody. That's because it's silicone. No harsh chemicals, none of that crap. It's just silicone that works with your saliva to suction it in. Or to protect, and it's like, silicone is like waterproof. So if you have it, a lot of people don't realize that when you have a soft reliner done, as the material's in there, it should go through your entire inside of your denture, up the denture wall, like literally up the denture wall and come over a little bit over the wall hanger part area. And a lot of people just do the floor of the denture. I'm like, oh, dude, no, you can't do that. Mold and mildew will come in. You won't even get suction. You'll have the most uneven denture known to man. So I always tell people, send me pictures. I'll let you know where and what's happening. And I help people. Susan, are they taking out a few teeth at a time? Because that's going to be one messed up denture. I always tell people, get it all done at once. Because you have to understand, if you get 2 teeth out here, 3 teeth out here, then this, like a month later, then this a month later, then this a month later, your denture is going to be so uneven. One side's going to be smaller, one side's going to be bigger, one side's going to be smaller, one side's going to be bigger. It's going to be totally uneven. It's going to be a bitch of a denture. So always make sure you get them all out at once because that will totally make your life easier. Well, the bone sticking out is probably a bone spur, but it does naturally fill in the holes. It's just slow as shit. Mine was the same way in the back, but it filled all on its own. A lot of dentists rush the process, but even when they do avioplasty and, they're forcing the gum shrinkage and bone loss, they don't realize it's still going to happen. So now there's more people with so much bone loss and gum shrinkage on top of what the dentist did to somebody. And then it's going to be a freaking nightmare. That's why I tell people avioplasty should only be done if you're getting implants, you have a cleft palate, something of that nature, medically done. If it's you getting dentures, your body naturally heals itself. Don't let a dentist do it on top of what your body's going to do. I feel like a lot of dentists either don't know stuff or they do it for the money. Alan, you mean you broke your denture? Well, I mean, if you have a warranty, they're going to give you one because you have a warranty. It protects you from that. I mean, Kim, you can go to the dentist and have them fix it, but I mean, if they're uncovering it in a month and you're going to be getting a new denture, right? To go so they can snap in. That's your choice. I mean, you can let them know if they have a quick fix, because if that denture is not going to be being used anymore, then I wouldn't even worry about it. If it's completely cracked and denture split in half, you're going to need a new denture. If it's just like a hairline fracture, they could just do a hard reline and fix it. So there are some things that are easily fixed. Well, it depends on expensive. I mean, the product itself and what they do and how they make it to where we can use it in our mouth and use it on our denture. It's expensive for them to do it, to make the product. But I mean, if you add up all the stuff that dentist soft reliners are $250, and most of the time they screw them up. It's a fact. But I always tell people, and even when me and DentureFit, the guy who actually created DentureFit, I was talking to him, and I always tell people, no matter what soft reliner you use, if you have so much bone loss, your denture is basically flat, nothing is going to cause suction. First of all, everybody has to know no soft reliner makes a bottom denture suction. Your bottom denture does not have a palate. So all it does is hold it tighter in place. It'll keep it from bouncing and moving all over the world, but it'll never suction. And so when people send me pictures and say, Heather, will DentureFit be helpful? First of all, everybody needs to use soft reliners, period. Everybody needs to use soft reliners. But when it comes to not being able to, like my denture, there's no suction in my bottom denture. I control it. I control it. And that's what our bodies are supposed to do, is control it. A lot of people are also hooked to adhesive. They prefer to wear adhesive no matter what they use. So whatever. Whatever works for you. I don't really care. But I'm like, whatever makes your denture journey good, do it. I ain't going to judge on it. But if you got to understand, I see this more with people that don't wear their denture. They have the most bone loss. I've seen avioplasty patients. This happened to a lot. And well, everybody has bone loss, Rocky. Everybody. If you have a thin thing, like a trough, everybody has after a year, you have bone loss. Everybody has bone loss. When you lose teeth that are bones, still bone loss. And then the holes get filled in, the bones go in and thins it out, whatever. So I don't know how deep your denture is. I don't. But I do know that is the correct amount that you put into it. It took me quite a long time to learn how to just allow my mouth. Like the top has suction, great, golden, it works. But the bottom is, you got to make sure that your denture is not hitting your tongue muscles. Take your tongue to the roof of your mouth. If your denture doesn't pop, you're good. If it does and it moves, that means you have to do an adjustment. Always do adjustments for your soft reliners, always. But any bottom denture with any soft reliner, what's great about DentureFit is it's waterproof. It like pushes water away. So how you do a soft reliner is, hold on, is, I had cereal, so whatever. I'm trying to get all this. I got to redo all my stuff anyway. But this, the soft reliner goes over the denture wall like you see mine. It's over the denture wall. So it goes all the way in, and that goes up on every denture wall. I was like, what denture do I have in my mouth? I was trying to go up with it. So it's supposed to go over the denture wall. So you got to have the correct amount in it. So when you first do the bottom, I always recommend, like, it depends how many months you're in. If you're 4 months in, try 1 tube at first, and then you can add and build on it. If you're about 8 months into your immediates or whatever, do 2 tubes in your bottom denture. You know, follow the steps, do what you're supposed to do, wait the 4 minutes, you know, making sure it's in the correct spot. Don't move it around too much, because then it's going to get thinner and thinner, and then you're going to have to add more in certain spots. Some spots, like this side, could be a little looser than this side, so you just add it just where you need it to. But when you take it out, you're supposed to put it in water for 2 hours. I tell people to just do it overnight. I do my soft reliners at nighttime most of the time, and then I immediately just put it in water overnight, let it do its thing, take it out. But the soft reliners fluff up in water. Never add more until the next day. After you took it out of the water, you rinsed it off, did whatever thing, you popped them in your mouth, you're going to feel the firm and tightness. Now remember, through the day, it might feel loose like at nighttime, because One, soft reliners do flatten when you keep smashing food against it and you're chewing hard because it's a lot of pound of pressure. And, you know, when you're doing, even your gums flatten. And I learned this on my own and I was like, why is this like this? So I started just observing. And I've noticed that your gums flatten. I was even talking to so many dentists about that. Like, absolutely. You have something on it, of course the gums are going to get smushed down a smidge. So when you wake up in the morning, they're more full and perky, and so is your denture. You just pop them in. But yeah, when they go into water, they actually fluff up more. So it makes it more of a hold. So you always know the true fitting of it is if you actually put it in water, like they direct it to, and then put it in your mouth the next day. If it's tight, it holds well, it's not bouncing when you eat, it should be even. So I always tell people when you bite into something, don't use the two front teeth because that's going to flip any denture. You're supposed to go like up to here when you bite. So, but if one side lifts, then you know you need more reliner on this side if this lifts. This side doesn't move, but this side does. You add just a little on that side. So it's really an art and perfecting it for yourself. And it takes time, you know, it really does. But everybody has bone loss. It just depends on how much bone loss everybody has. Everybody gets bone loss. That's, you know, when we have our normal teeth in there, our gums are big and thick and fluffy, and our denture is huge. Like, you've seen how big your denture is, an immediate denture. Once you get your permanent dentures at a year, you can literally fit your permanent denture in immediates. So we all get gum shrinkage and bone loss. If you do alveoplasty, it's going to be a hell of a lot worse. Also, if you have medical conditions and all that. Sometimes healing is a lot slower if you have medical conditions. Just like when people ask how long it takes bone chips to come out. Depends on your body. I'm still pulling out bone chips out of my top, and I'm like, bro, that's because it depends on how slow your body is to push them out. It just depends. But everybody has bone loss, Rocky. Everybody. Everybody. There's no way that your immediate denture the day you got a day of extractions is the same size as what your mouth is today. Everybody gets bone loss. Everybody does. It just depends on how bad it is. So mine is actually pretty awesome. I thought I was going to have a lot of bone loss. Oh, I was drinking weird candy stuff, so that's why it's weird. But that is why it's weird. It's stained. I got to redo it anyway. But I have a deep, like I can put my entire finger inside. I have a deep wall. But you also have to learn to not use adhesive, and that's the hard part. Even if you have a great fitting soft reliner, it's amazing. It doesn't move when you eat, talk, nothing. But you love the security of just in case your denture is not going to pop. Like that fear that you have that your denture might pop in public. You don't want to be embarrassed. People still use adhesive. I always tell people, do what makes you happy. If you're happy with adhesive, be happy with adhesive. If you want to just try it for a little while without having any adhesive in, like say if you use DentureFit and you want to try it without adhesive at all, give it a shot. But if your bottom denture, Rocky, is still loose, you need to add more because it shouldn't be loose. Oh, James, word. Yeah, it sucks. When you have Medicaid, I got lucky and was able to do payments. I have Medicaid because I would have been screwed. And honestly, I wouldn't have been Heather B. Denture Diva if I didn't do my immediates because as soon as when I got extractions, a month later, everything shut down in the world for a year. So I would have had to wait so long to get dentures. It would probably been like a year and a half, 2 years. It would have been bad. So I did immediate dentures, paid off in payments. I got my permanent denture in a year for my top and did it that way. Hey, Brittany. Oh, yes, Rocky. Yes. Yes. Oh, yes. First of all, Fix-It powder. I remember doing Polygrip for so long. And I was like, I'm going to try Fix-It powder. Because I love their adhesives, you know? So I tried Fix-It powder. That powder's amazing. Stop using Polygrip. You don't know what you're missing. And I'm not sponsored by Fix-It. I wish, but I'm not. So I'm just keeping it real with you guys. But absolutely, it's easy. You just need water. It's not a thick adhesive. It's not a paste. It's not any of that. Hey, Jackie. Happy Thanksgiving, girl. It's just a sprinkle powder. You know, when you apply powder adhesive, do not soak your denture in water. It's supposed to be like a spritz bottle. Just spritz your denture. You cover your denture with the powder. on top of the water. Then you shake the extra off, tap it into a paper towel or sink, and then rinse, whatever. And then pop it into your mouth, bite and hold, and it's the same concept. Do not eat or drink for an hour. It's a glue, it needs to hold, but it needs to react with the water and hold and not become mushy and soggy. That's why spritz is only supposed to happen. But yeah, it comes off easily, bro. Totally off easy. You can use I would use Dr. B's, Clean-A-Dent wipes, but I don't know if you have any of those. Those would be amazing for it. It'd be like one easy swipe, done. Or you can just regular denture brush, because it's such a light paste. It's not even a paste, it's a powder. So it comes off very easily. That's why it's only a light hold. If you have a good security of your denture, that's where the powder comes in to just give you that extra security. It's not aggressive. So that stuff easy comes off. Yeah, that powder is awesome, Don. And hi. Haven't seen you on here in a minute. Well, Brittany, fire away your questions. All I can do is answer them and help you guys. Wait, Susan, you're supposed to have blood clots inside your extractions. If you have some blood clots on your top and bottom gums, should I have them to... No, don't ever take them out or remove them or piss them off. Those blood clots, when you get extraction, guys, those blood clots your body needs. That prevents dry socket. It's covering the exposed nerve and bone. Once that is removed and taken away, you now have dry socket. And that's going to be a bitch and a half to heal from. I'm not playing, and it is the worst pain you'll ever feel in your life. So the blood clots, you should not be drinking straws. You should not be doing anything, sucking motion, anything of that kind of nature to irritate the blood clots, because they will dissolve, dislodge, go away, or permanently, even half permanently, and then you're going to have dry socket. And man, is the worst pain you'll ever feel in the dental world. So those blood clots, they are needed. You need them to heal. They're everything. And then you're going to have, once your extractions heal, but you should know this because you got many extractions, girl, that you'll have a thin skin that go over it and stuff. Oh, Don, I'm sorry. That is definitely no way to spend the holidays. Do they know if it's helping or working at all? That's crazy. That really is. But, I ended up with dentures because of a chemo medication. It was like chemo. And it just caused a massive infection. My sinuses came down because your teeth are part of your sinuses, especially the front, like these ones, and go down. You know what's crazy, Jen, is I actually learned about 2 years ago that people who get dry socket once, they are most likely to get it again. And they said some people are just prone to it. Some people just really are. Some people it's, because they did something stupid they shouldn't have done. Like, why am I frozen? Why am I frozen? Oh, good Lord. Can you guys hear me? Because I only see me frozen, and I don't know why I'm frozen, and that's annoying me. I'm going to try putting on my other internet and see if that gets better. Okay, so I don't know why I'm frozen. No freaking idea, but I'm so glad you can hear me. It's like radio time with Heather. It'll undo itself. YouTube, you guys have got to understand a holiday season, or when people are off and they're on the line and blah, 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 it messes up YouTube. But not only that, is that, everybody's going live at the same time for page owners. So it ends up screwing up the community. I mean, I could have been frozen in a better form. Jeez. Yeah, Jen, you're probably just prone to it. That just sucks, though. I feel for everybody. They always say the most common places to get dry socket, definitely the highest one are wisdom teeth, because they are far back, literally by your throat. And any sucking motion, even a straw, no matter what, can piss it off, dissolve it. Boom, done. You're over. You know what I mean? So it'll suck. Man, will suck. Brittany, why haven't you had a reline since July, girl? You're not going to have a hold on your denture if you don't get a reline done. Bone spurs naturally heal themselves, so don't panic. I tell people patience is everything with this process. It really is. You got to have patience because if you don't, the denture journey is just going to blow. It's going to totally suck, and it's going to be a holy hot mess. But sounds like you have a warranty. If you either went to Aspen Dental Affordable Dentures, or even some private dentists definitely do it. But if you have a warranty, why haven't you gotten a soft reliner done since July? That's like 5 months ago. Well, if you have a warranty, use it. Why haven't you gotten a soft reliner done? Did they tell you no or something? Because you should be getting a soft reliner done whenever you want. It should be once a month for the first year. Every single denture, bottom and top, should be done once a month for the first year. Period. And there's no reason why they shouldn't allow you to do so. If your denture's falling out your face, you need it. You paid for the one. Ask them, what's the point of a warranty if they're not going to help you? Because that would royally piss me off. Oh, I can see everybody's typing. That's why I'm answering everybody. It's just, I don't know why this thing is not working out with the video-wise. I'm going to try to flip it and then flip it back. Oh, see, now it's working with my fan. Okay, good, I fixed it. What? Okay. So first of all, Brittany, be your best own advocate. If they tell you no, tell them to kiss your ass. Say, listen, I'm supposed to be getting soft reliners as much as I want. I have a warranty. I paid for it. Also, too, make sure you check your warranties. You're also supposed to be given a paper when you first pay and do all this stuff. And it tells you what your warranty is. And that's why I do videos telling people, you know, what questions to ask, what to do when you first are going for this and paying for it. So I've seen warranties only allow 2 soft reliners, which is complete bullshit. It's complete, utter bullshit. So definitely, guys, be your best own advocate. You have to be your best own advocate. So don't let your dentist's office piss you off and take away your denture journey, because nothing is going to help you right now without a soft reliner. Nothing. No adhesive is going to work because your denture is so loose. The water's coming in and it'll melt the shit out of it. So there's no point of using adhesive. You have to tell them you want a soft reliner done now. You paid for this stuff. You paid them to do a job. They need to do it or they're going to refund you. Because it's against the law for them to do that. So, and tell them, if you're not going to do it, I want my money back and I'll do my own work. Because it's sad that you guys aren't helping me. That's why, in a way, I'm really glad I do my own stuff. I am truly blessed I get to do my own stuff. The only thing that sucks is if I break my denture, I don't have a warranty to fall back on. But I do my own soft reliners when I say so. I know what's the best products I can use. I don't have a boss to answer to. My dentist knows I do all my work. All of my work. I do all my adjustments because I don't know why him and every other dentist in the world thinks that when they do adjustments, it's the inside of the trough that actually makes the denture bigger and worse. They're only supposed to do the denture wall perimeter. That's it. And I don't know why they struggle with understanding that. So that pisses me off in itself. Oh, James, I went to criminal justice school. I have a degree. I have a degree in many stuff. And I have so many freaking degrees I can't even use because my autoimmune is bullshit. But I know the law. That's the one thing I know is the law. I had to study it. And I know that they use people in this situation because, oh, they got the money for the warranty, but they don't have to do shit. So they're saving money on their products, not having to give it to you because they know that you'll do whatever they say. That's what I find bullshit. And that's why I tell people, be your best own advocate. I've been on messages and phone calls with other people's dentists. I know the law. I know what they need to do. I know what the warranty entails. And I'm not going to play games. And I tell them that. I'm like, so you are to give this person a soft reliner when they ask for it. Did they pay you money for that warranty? Yes. Did they do everything they were supposed to do? Yes. So why aren't you doing what you're supposed to do and give them what they need? They paid for that, you do it. That's your job. Like, I'm just so over it. So over it. 3 years of me always helping and defending people. Because dentists use the shit out of people. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. And it's freaking obnoxious. It's against the law for them to tell you you have a warranty and then tell you you can't use it. It's illegal. And they can be reported to the Better Business Bureau and to the actual license board. So you need to definitely put your foot down. I always tell people, don't worry about being nice and friends to people. Stop worrying about, whether they're going to get mad at you. Who gives a shit? You're the one that paid them money. You hired them to do a job. The job was to protect you, give you your warranty that you need, take out your teeth, give you the denture to give you a good smile. You paid them to have control over your cosmetic stuff, and they need to act like it. And if they're not going to take it seriously or you seriously, then bounce out to go see somebody else, because that is extremely disrespectful how they're behaving. Thank you, Susan. Yeah, Brittany, why would you have to wait till your bottoms? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? You did your tops. You need a soft reliner. Now you can't wear. They're not even wearable. You spent the money on the denture that you can't wear because they're so loose from gum shrinkage and bone loss, and they're not letting you use your warranty. That is against the law. They can't get away with that. They cannot possibly get away with that. And I've seen so many dentists walk all over people, but once you put your foot down, you tell them everything that you've learned and known. You know what you can do and what you can't do. They're either going to give you the money back, or you can do your soft reliner yourself, girl, and I will help you with that. Or they're going to give you what you're supposed to and have paid for. That's literally embezzling and stealing. They cannot do that. That's so fucking bullshit. That pisses me off. Yeah, insurance companies, on another hand, is complete BS. But depending on the dentist, because I know for a fact Aspen and Affordable will not let anybody do their own stuff. But private dentists, if you're only allowed 2 soft reliners with your insurance, they will be okay as long as you ask them, but they will be okay with you doing your own reliners. They understand. There are dentists out there, rare, but there are dentists out there that actually have empathy for people and care. And they just want to do what's best for them because they know they don't have money like that. Susan, I wasn't always like this. I was always walked all over and always believed doctors and listen to doctors. But you know what? When you die 3 times and come back and they're telling you nothing's wrong with you, I fought tooth and nail to be diagnosed what I was diagnosed with. Even my blood tests were positive and they still told me I was wrong. I was treated like shit till eventually I just put my fucking foot down and I fought my ass for it. And I've noticed, like, you can talk to people where they respect you. Not like go off, throw shit, and act like trashiness. Don't do that. But where they know that you know the truth, you know the facts. That's why I tell people my channel is all about facts. Unless I say it's my opinion, I give you guys the facts. So it educates you to go to your dentist and put your foot down to not take shit. Be like, did I pay for you to do a job? Yes. I can't wear my denture right now because you won't let me use my warranty. So now I can't wear a denture and I got to be toothless, which are ruining my self-esteem. And that's actually causes mental health problems, and that's beyond bigger that would go after him. So I would really put my foot down with him and be like, listen, you're going to give me my soft reliner today or I'm reporting you for embezzling, for stealing from people, not doing what's best for them, and literally conning them to give you money that you had no intentions to help me. Period. Don't take shit, bro. Don't. Hey, Naomi. I haven't seen you in ages. Yeah, Susan, sometimes I get really upset. So I do this because I want to help people. I want to help people really bad. I want to do what's best to make their life better. And I get really upset when people take advantage of people. I get really upset with that. It really freaking bothers the shit out of me. So I try to not lose my shit. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way. I'm like, Heather, you got it. Nope, tone it down, girl. Tone it. Hey, Phyllis. Um, do you know anything about your warranty? Is it like unlimited? Do what you want? Thank you, Brittany. Now, when it comes to soft reliners, especially in your first year, your bottom should be done once a month, period. Your top, you can get away with doing it after 2 months. It's a pain in the ass. If they do it right, it could be fine after 2 months. But it really should be done once a month. And that's just my opinion because I've been through this twice, and I definitely know the amounts of gum shrinkage. And I knew that even after my soft reliner was loose again in a week, which was fucking annoying as hell. But if you have an unlimited soft reliner, you paid for that. There's no clause. There's no, oh, only 5 or only 4 or only 2. It says unlimited soft reliners. Some of them say unlimited soft reliners and 1 hard reline. If you have that hard reline for your immediates, then I would do it at 6 months. Because that's like a fresh start from 6 months to a year. You know what I mean? So you don't need so much material. But if you don't, it's no biggie. But if you have unlimited soft reliners and you paid for that, you tell them I'm not waiting 2 months. I have unlimited soft reliners. I paid you to do that. So you're going to do the job I paid you to do. Or why did I pay you? I handed money over for you to screw me? That's what I did? No. No, relatable. Thank you. Well, the whole thing is I want to teach you. I went through everything alone, guys. I didn't have help, and support group I was a part of was just like people just so degrading and treating people like shit. It was awful. So when everybody asked me to make a support group, I was like, fine, I'll do it because I already had 5, so I knew it was going to be a lot. But I want people to have the information. I don't want people to feel alone the way I did or lost, confused, have no freaking idea what the hell they're doing. I wanted people to especially have the mental support. You need to have support for people who actually understand. That's the point of support groups. So I wanted to turn my YouTube page into like one gigantic support group that you can ask me stuff or talk to me behind the scenes, private message me, and do all that. Brittany, I would have lost my shit. You paid for unlimited, you better get freaking unlimited. You need to get a hold, girl. You need to get a hold of them and be like, listen, I haven't been able to wear my denture because it's so massively with gum shrinkage, it falls out of my face. I paid for unlimited amount of soft reliners, and I would like to put in for me to get one now. I paid for it, or you're going to give me my money back, because that means you scammed me, because I can't use the own products I paid for. Like, put your foot down, girl. Like, seriously, put it down. Don't take anybody's crap. Where'd the chat go? There it is. So don't ever be bullied by your people in the dentist's office. And I know a lot of people, I was like that, were very timid, quiet, shy, and they didn't want to speak up. Thanks, Brittany. But they didn't want to speak up. Problem is, you have to speak up. Because then who's going to speak up for you? You paid a shit ton of money. Guys, you didn't pay just like $5. You paid thousands to get this shit done. And they're just going to give you a piece of acrylic and walk the fuck away and not let you use what you paid for. That's so insane. I lost my shit. Yep. I would totally lose my shit. Oh, you know what pissed me off yesterday? And I'm sure it pissed off my husband. He went to the dentist's office. He took the bus because the bus was supposed to be on time. He was 1 minute late. And they told him that they took the patient that was supposed to be coming after him because they came early. They're not going to take him now. And I'm like, 1 minute? Are you friggin' kidding me? Yeah, no. Nope. And then when I'm at my point where I'm about to lose my shit, I lose my shit to myself. So then I can come back collected and be able to talk normally. I've had people like have me on video chat talking to their dentist. And the dentist's like, who are you? I'm like, I'm Heather B. Denture Diva on YouTube. Who the hell are you? And he was like, I'm her dentist, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, so she has a warranty, right? He was like, yes. I'm like, does she have unlimited? He's like, yes. I'm like, so why are you denying her? I'm like, this isn't a scam artist scene, are we? Is that what this is? Because she paid for it ahead of time. You took her money with no problem. Said anytime she needed it, you would do it. But did you do it? No, you told her no, right? So why did you tell her no? Because I want to hear this. I'm like, because I am a denture wearer, and I know how much bone loss and gum shrinkage we have. And she can't wear it because her top denture is now hanging down and won't stay in her mouth. And adhesive, in case you didn't know this and you weren't educated, melts with water. So if she has all this space with water coming in and adhesive is melted, you're not giving her what she needs. Like, then we had a big conversation with that guy. I'm like, so you're going to give her a soft reliner today, right? Because we don't need to call licensing board and tell them what happened. And I don't need to call the Better Business Bureau. Or I don't have to tell people who you are on my YouTube page and that you're scamming people. I was like dead ass face to him. I'm like, so you need to go grab your trays, go grab your stuff, and go do that soft reliner. And I will be here on video in case you don't know how to do one. And yeah, my friend was dying laughing. She's like, either you made him give me a soft reliner. I'm like, yo, he didn't have a choice. Okay, so Brittany, that's even the case. You're in your immediate denture, right? If you have a year warranty and half of it's up already and he didn't do shit, so that means you paid for a year warranty and half the time you didn't get anything done. That means that's him stealing from you. That's him being a scam artist. Don't take that shit. Yeah, you should never be doing that, Brittany, ever. Girl, I'm gonna be real with you. If he doesn't do yours, just tell him you're gonna do him your own and you want your warranty money back. Just say, you're not going to do it for me. I'm going to do it myself. And I want my money back from that warranty because you were supposed to help and you're useless. Like, I'm tired of fucking dentists. I really am. And I try so hard not to get angry at them, but they're doctors, man. They're doctors of the dental world. They know right from wrong. They're grown ass people, whether they're men or women. And they're going to tell me that they don't know this. Give me, please. They know. They know. I'm just tired of people acting childish. We're all grown adults. Duh. People annoy me. Like, they super do, guys. I like try not to get pissed off. I hate when people get taken advantage of. That's like my biggest pet peeve. If I'm at the store and I see people literally taking advantage of like older people or whatever, I'm like, man, this guy is literally using you. I'm going to help you. And I've looked at the guy. I'm like, what kind of guy is trying to steal from an old lady because of whatever the situation is? I'm like, can you sleep at night being that much of a scumbag? No, right? I mean, if you can, you are some special kind of, and I'm not going to say it. But I'm going to be good. Normally when you have Medicaid, you're screwed. You have to do your own work. That's why it came about. That's why I help people. So for people who had to do their own work, they knew an outlet to go to. Susan, don't take shit from your dentist either. Yeah, I know, Brittany. That's freaking insane. You paid cash for your shit. That would piss me off. Don't let them take advantage of you, girl. Don't. Because that's unfair. You have a year warranty and most of it's gone already and they didn't do shit. Are they going to give half your money back for being that useless? Fight for yourself. Everybody needs to be their best own advocate. Find your inner diva, stand your ground, and do what you can. Because everybody, listen, I've gone through everything in life on my own. I had to go through everything alone, raise myself as a kid alone. And I've grown to be super fucking massively strong, but have no trust for people. Because a lot of people nowadays are just in it for themselves. And I'm like, and there's so many people out there that do need help. To have somebody stick up for them and have their back and do that. Yeah, Brittany, you need to fight for that. Like, I'm not kidding. You need to fight for that warranty. Say, why did I pay for a warranty that you're not letting me use? That doesn't even make sense. First of all, Tom Cruise's midline's not even off, and he has all implanted teeth. So, yeah, that wouldn't even be the same. He doesn't have dentures. But, Naomi, if anybody says it's okay if you have midline, I'll be like, let me ask you a question. In Dumb and Dumber with their hot mess teeth, would you be cool with that? Because I'm not cool with that. I'm going through enough struggles mentally and emotionally and apparently physically that if I paid you to do a job, I didn't say, but mess up my midline. Did I? Nope, I didn't. So fix it. Have some class and dignity, because if this is your job, this is your crafty work, this is your best, then you need to go retire, because this ain't your best. Yeah, I don't take crap. And a lot of people, like, even when it comes to any soft reliner, first off, guys, any soft reliner, as long as it's done correctly, could work. I mean, it'd be really hard to get relined out, though, because that's... I like Denture Free because it's soft silicone. The comfort alone, and I don't know what the hell my husband's doing. I was like, babe, don't make so much noise like on live. What does he do? Crash, smash, man, bam. I can't. I really can't. But when it comes to Denture Fit, it is a soft silicone reliner. The comfort alone is the only reason why I truly love it. But even last night, I ate steak and didn't have a problem. I also taught my body to control my dentures, because that's what you're supposed to do. When you get your permanent dentures, you shouldn't need adhesive anymore. It says that everywhere. But a lot of people get used to it and addicted to it, you know, because of the firm and tightness and all of that. It takes time to get used to not using any adhesive in your mouth at all. And it also takes time. I didn't learn it overnight. It took time for me to figure out the correct amount. And when I did my bottom one like a few months ago, and I showed you guys that I had a big ass welt from here to here because I ended up putting too much in and I blocked my saliva gland, and it built, and it was a mess. So I did my research. I was like, why am I like this? Am I, like, you know, allergic to something or whatever? But it was no way it was an allergy. Just no way. So I went into the dark dental web, and it's salivary glands that were blocked. So I took out my bottom denture. I did the upright motions that you need to do, and I learned after 3 hours of research going in, and it went away. So even now I make mistakes, and I learned from it, because we do have saliva glands that are on the bottom, guys. And if you block it or push it down without knowing, when you're doing reliners or dentists doing reliners, whatever the case is, even a normal denture can do it. It can block it, and then you have problems. So, and then I made a joke because I have Sjogren's, and it normally dries up everything, and I always have dry mouth. That's why I have a cut. Dry mouth. So when it blocked up, I'm like, ah, shit, I do have saliva. So it's like rubbing it, and it's all like pouring in, like you felt it. And I'm like, finally have saliva in my mouth. Like, geez. And then back to dry mouth again. But it was pretty cool what you learn. I mean, was I scared at first? Yes. Who wouldn't be, you know? But everybody, I still learn stuff, guys. And I learned pretty cool stuff. I find it fascinating. I find the human body, science, you know, the way our bodies works, how different our bodies work, how everything goes and learns. I love learning and researching and just finding out more information. You know, I hated school, but I love learning now because it's far more interesting than a classroom. Oh yeah, Brittany, without a doubt. I'm even actually surprised you can wear adhesive, because the amount you're swallowing is not healthy for the stomach. Your stomach's going to start to get really upset. I mean, if I were you, I'm going to be real with you, I would have done my own soft reliner by now. I also would have yelled them out and chewed them out. So if they're open today, you need to call them, like now. If they're not, call them on Friday if they're there, or Monday. Put your foot down and say something. Because it's complete bullshit what they're doing to you. And because it's not them, they don't care. That's the problem. You go to Affordable Dentures, that's why. Jesus Lord. Affordable Dentures, to me, are the biggest scam artists ever. They make people spend almost the amount of a fucking Tesla for dentures. You could have got implants. You could have got literally a bridge done, fixed in your mouth for that amount of money. And then they don't let people use their warranty. And then they make them get their permanent denture at 6 months when you're supposed to wait a year. It's like they're just show ponies in a bullshit world. Please, Brittany, after you get done with affordable dentures, go see a private dentist. Because they're way more professional. 80% of the time, they're way more professional than affordable dentures and Aspen Dental. Those two are what I call denture mills. And they mess up a lot. A lot. Like, that's all I ever hear. I knew it had to be one of them with you. Because that's what they're known for. That they're known for taking people's money and messing up the denture without giving their money back. They tell people, too bad, you already gave me the money. Like, you wouldn't believe the stuff I've heard and seen. So I always warn people, listen, you got to know all sides before you judge and go right into that pool of working with them, because they've done some bad stuff. And it is absolutely wrong what they do to people. And I understand that each dentist at a different chain is different. There are. They bought out the name to use. But there's like one or two places, and it's like in the South, that are decent to people and are better. The other ones, I never heard anything good about any one of them. Any one of them. Oh, Susan, that's why your journey sounded messed up. Guys, go to a private dentist. Oh, sorry, no, they don't. They find it like the world's biggest insult. I'm like, you know what's insulting to me? The fact you messed up my denture and expect me to wear it. Like, bro. I made a video, I think it was last year, 2 affordable dentures. They never answered me back or spoke to me. But nobody fixes their mistakes and they expect you to pay for it. But I have seen people demand their money back and they will never work with them ever again. You mean your bottom denture girl? Yeah, why not? Most people with dentures have bone spurs. Bone spurs are like the bone that comes out. It stays in the gum, but you can feel it. It just moves over and fills the holes in the gum socket. You absolutely can still wear dentures with it. You're still in your immediate dentures. That's the point of an immediate denture. Is it's just a temporary denture for your healing phase. Yeah, I go to a private dentist myself, and I prefer him. I would never go to Aspen Dental Affordable Dentures. Aspen Dental is actually where my mom used to go until I made her go to my dentist because they were just money hungry, she said. They were the most money hungry people ever. She got normal work done. Like, they just didn't care about anything but money. And extremely freaking expensive. So my mom goes to my dentist now. And I got it's hard to get into my dentist. He pretty much doesn't allow new people anymore because it's so packed. But I got my husband in to see him because I'd rather him see him because there's no real good place to go. Alright guys, there's not a whole lot of people in here, but I'll do a giveaway anyway. Helen, I don't know if you're still on here, but I think I still have your email address, so I'll email you, and then you can send me over your address. Don't forget, guys, I'm sending out Christmas cards. No matter what country you live in, no matter what state you live in, send me your information through my email, which is byrnes1223@gmail.com. And if you ever email me before, just type it and it'll automatically pop up. But it's also, go on Heather B. Denture Diva on Facebook. You can ask me for the email there. The email is actually in every single video I make. Every single video, it's in the description of the video. So the arrow next to the title of every video, you click on that, and it brings out, my email is the first thing that you'll see. And it brings down coupon codes and everything else, and everything you'll need. So, that's what that's there for. Oh, of course he did, Naomi. Of course he did. Any affordable denture in Aspen will always go for the most expensive stuff because that's where they get their money. I know how much dentists pay for their actual product. And they literally charge 100% up. Just like an actual regular IV bag for saline to hydrate you is like $50. But they charge people $250 to $500 on their insurance. It's a massive markup. Hell yeah, I eat ribs. I love ribs. I can eat anything with dentures. Would I eat anything with dentures? No, I would not eat nuts because it's all over. Even Johns Hopkins, Mayo Clinic, every place ever even says you should not be eating any nuts, any hard bagels, any hard of anything should not be eaten. Like, I wouldn't go eating, like, I'm trying to think of a candy bar that's super freaking hard as shit. Like, I wouldn't go eating Baby Ruth or Snickers. I mean, Snickers has, I don't like nougat. I really don't. I like Snickers ice cream. But the whole thing is even people are like, oh, I've done it before, not a problem, but you're weakening your denture every time you do it. So you will have a problem. Just like Denture Darling. She ate nuts. She's a denture YouTuber, broke her denture. You know, you got to be careful what you eat. As long as you know the consequences, you can make your own choices. But that's why I like giving people the facts. So they don't have just a, you know, oblivious, happy side. They know everything that can come of it. Like when I tell people about Benzodent. Benzodent has benzocaine inside of it. The benzocaine ingredient can kill you. It actually is a big black label warning on it that can cause death. And I make sure people know use Curoxin, it's natural. But if you still want to use Benzodent, just make sure that you know your health could be compromised. Is it worth it? Just ask yourself that. And then leave it up to yourself what you want to do. I always want to make sure I bring people the facts, though. Because everybody should know the facts. Alright, since not a whole lot of people on, I'm still going to do one giveaway, though, at least. Yeah, it basically is. Yeah, some dentists, Jen, are not that great. Damn, that's cheap for a crown? Normally they charge $1,000 for that shit. Damn. And yeah, the huge markup. Huge. That's how they make their money. You know? That's why some dentists are just Medicaid dentists. Because they know they can get a lot of money through that. You can't always expect people to be good people, guys. You can't. No matter how much you hope, it just won't happen. Sucks. But I'm going to do a giveaway, guys. I'll probably pop on anyway later and do another one. If you guys follow me on Facebook, Heather B. Denture Diva on Facebook, I've done giveaways and go live on there too as well, which I'm probably going to do too. Probably go live for a very short amount tomorrow to possibly do another giveaway. But we'll see how it goes. But you guys know the drill. This is for USA only for right now. I will be in the very close future doing giveaways for, you know, Canada, stuff like that. But for this giveaway, it's USA only because it's done by me, and that's expensive. So, USA only, if you're interested in the giveaway, guys, just type USA in your comment, 1 entry per person, and then I'll just pick random somebody out. And then you can private message me through Heather B. Denture Diva on Facebook. Tell me you're the one that won when I pick you out, and then give me all your information so I can send it to you. So, if you guys want to get in on the giveaway, start putting USA down in the comment section to include yourself as long as you're from USA. I'll give you guys a minute because there's not many people in here. Oh, this journey will totally mess up your mental health if you have them messing up your mental health. Because it would have been easier if you, like, say you had my situation where you could do your soft freeliners, you could have a better life with it. But instead, they're giving you a shitty journey. It sucks. It really does. They make it harder. My freaking back, man. I need a new one. I definitely need to make more coffee. I gotta make sugar cookies. I gotta make homemade apple pie. There's so much I gotta do. I'm looking forward to my homemade cheesecake, though, because that shit's delicious. I make my own New York style cheesecake, and it is so freaking good. I'm not a sweets eater, and I would eat that whole damn thing in one sitting. So good. All right, guys, I'm going to pick somebody out. See where it started. Wait, I like to pick a number in my head. Okay. Susan! Yay! Can sprinkle some happiness for you. Susan, congratulations, you are the winner. And I'll probably send you one of my favorite products that I use faithfully all the time. But congratulations, Susan. Sorry, guys, I'm just reading somebody's comment. Oh, yeah, that doesn't help either. I know, I'm on PTSD meds myself. So, yeah, that definitely doesn't. But you got to make sure you put your foot down, girl. But, Susan, congratulations. You're welcome. Make sure you private message me on Heather B. Denture Diva on Facebook. It's easy to do it there. I love you too, girl. But make sure that you send me a private message with your full name and a complete address. And I will let you know when I send it out. I'll send you a tracking. But I love you guys. I got to go start baking. It's going to be a long 2 days, guys. It's long 2 days. I'm going to be like passed out on Friday. But I love you guys. Have a good day. Stay safe and happy Thanksgiving. And I'll be doing more lives on Heather B. Denture Diva Facebook and probably again on YouTube. So keep a lookout, guys. But if you guys need me, you know how to find me. Ask questions anytime. I'm always here. Later, guys.